The Air Force mission is as follows: to fly, fight, and win in air, space, and cyberspace. The Home Center mission is as follows: we build leaders. The AFROTC mission is as follows: developing leaders of character for tomorrow's Air Force. The AFROTC field training mission is as follows: train and evaluate cadets in AF institutional competencies, preparing them for the professional officer course. The first stanza of the Airman's Creed is as follows: I am an American airman. I am a warrior. I have answered my nation's call. The second stanza of the Airman's Creed is as follows: I am an American airman. My mission is to fly, fight, and win. I am faithful to a proud heritage, a tradition of honor, and a legacy of valor. The third stanza of the Airman's Creed is as follows: I am an American airman, guardian of freedom and justice, my nation's sword and shield, its sentry and avenger. I defend my country with my life. The fourth stanza of the Airman's Creed is as follows: I am an American airman, wingman, leader, warrior. I will never leave an airman behind. I will never falter, and I will not fail. Now moving on to U.S. Air Force Major Commands. Air Combat Command is located as follows: Joint Base Langley Eustis, Virginia. Air Education and Training Command is located as follows: Joint Base San Antonio Randolph, Texas. Air Force Global Strike Command is located as follows: Barksdale Air Force Base, Louisiana. Air Force Materiel Command is located as follows: Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, Ohio. Air Force Reserve Command is located as follows: Robbins Air Force Base, Georgia. Air Force Space Command is located as follows: Peterson Air Force Base, Colorado. Air Force Special Operations Command is located as follows: Hurlburt Field, Florida. Air Mobility Command is located as follows: Scott Air Force Base, Illinois. Pacific Air Forces is located as follows: Joint Base Pearl Harbor Hickam, Hawaii. United States Air Forces in Europe, Air Forces in Africa is located as follows: Ramstein Air Base, Germany. Next, moving on to the Air Force Code of Conduct. The first article of the Code of Conduct is as follows: I am an American, fighting in the forces which guard my country and our way of life. I am prepared to give my life in their defense. The second article of the Code of Conduct is as follows: I will never surrender of my own free will. If in command, I will never surrender the members of my command while they still have the means to resist. The third article of the Code of Conduct is as follows: If I am captured, I will continue to resist by all means available. I will make every effort to escape and aid others to escape. I will accept neither parole nor special favors from the enemy. The fourth article of the Code of Conduct is as follows: If I become a prisoner of war, I will keep faith with my fellow prisoners. I will give no information nor take part in any action which might be harmful to my comrades. If I am senior, I will take command. If not, I will obey the lawful orders of those appointed over me, and back them up in every way. The fifth article of the Code of Conduct is as follows: When questioned, should I become a prisoner of war, I am required to give name, rank, service number, and date of birth. I will evade answering further questions to the utmost of my ability. I will make no oral or written statements disloyal to my country and its allies or harmful to their cause. The sixth article of the Code of Conduct is as follows: I will never forget that I am an American, fighting for freedom, responsible for my actions, and dedicated to the principles which made my country free. I will trust in my God and in the United States of America. Now moving on to quotes to memorize. The President Thomas Jefferson quote is as follows: He who permits himself to tell a lie once finds it much easier to do it a second and third time, till at length it becomes habitual. He tells a lie without attending to it, and truths without the world believing it. The General Charles A. Gabriel quote is as follows: Integrity is the fundamental premise for military service in a free society. Without integrity, the moral pillars of our military strength, public trust, and self-respect are lost. The General Joseph L. Collins quote is as follows: The American people rightly look to their military leaders to be not only skilled in the technical aspects of their profession of arms, but to be men of integrity. The General Omar N. Bradley quote is as follows: Leadership is intangible, therefore no weapon ever designed can replace it. The General Nathan F. Twining quote is as follows: If our air forces are never used, they have achieved their finest goal. The General Dwight D. Eisenhower quote is as follows: If I didn't have air supremacy, I wouldn't be here. The General Ulysses S. Grant quote, is as follows. In every battle, there comes a time when both sides consider themselves beaten. Then he who continues the attack wins. The Major Lisa Jaster quote is as follows. There's no quitting. I can't have quit in me. There was never an option to stop and quit. The General George C. Marshall quote is as follows. There is no limit to the good you can do if you don't care who gets the credit. The General Daniel S. James quote is as follows. The power of excellence is overwhelming. It is always in demand, and nobody cares about its color. The Brigadier General Jenny M. Leavitt quote is as follows. Gender, race, religion, none of that matters. What matters is how you perform. The Alfred Thayer Mahan quote is as follows. War, once declared, must be waged offensively, aggressively. The enemy must not be fended off, but smitten down. You may then spare him every exaction, relinquish every gain, but till then he must be struck incessantly and remorselessly. The Italian Air Marshal Giulio Douhet quote is as follows. Victory smiles upon those who anticipate the changes in the character of war, not upon those who wait to adapt themselves after the changes occur. The John Stuart Mill quote is as follows. War is an ugly thing, but not the ugliest of things. The decayed and degraded state of moral and patriotic feeling, which thinks that nothing is worth war, is much worse. The person who has nothing for which he is willing to fight, nothing which is more important than his own personal safety, is a miserable creature, and has no chance of being free unless made and kept so by the exertions of better men than himself. The Father Dennis E. O'Brien quote is as follows. It is the soldier, not the reporter, who has given us the freedom of the press. It is the soldier, not the poet, who has given us the freedom of speech. It is the soldier, not the campus organizer, who has given us the freedom to demonstrate. It is the soldier who salutes the flag, who serves beneath the flag, and whose coffin is draped by the flag, who allows the protester to burn the flag. The Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, Kenneth Wright quote is as follows. Leadership is willing to do what you ask others to do.